Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. And the crowd is making this house absolutely electric. It's the New Mexico Lobos and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you enter Doak Campbell Stadium, you have to walk past the statue of Bobby Bowden first. This is sacred territory in college football. The fans know it. When they get chanting and the horse gets running, you know this is one of the most special places in all of college football. Can't wait to see how the Seminoles bounce back this season here at the Doak. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Noles headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Lobos offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air, it's Lane. Hauls it in. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw. The receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short. Those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Plows his way ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Trying to take it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Seminoles offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Out wide left, it's Boggs. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And FSU's going to be so much fun to watch. And offensively, man, it's all about can they get really good quarterback play and can they feature Deuce Robinson outside. Mike Norvell takes over play calling duty. Can they get the 1-2 punch? Can they get the QB playing at a high level? Can they get it all working again? There's a lot of pressure on Mike Norvell, Palmer. He's got to produce, and this offense has to play well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure on Ashton Daniels, too, coming over from Auburn at the quarterback spot, but he should know who to throw the football to, and that's Deuce Robinson outside. This is a matchup problem with his size and his speed. Even when he's double covered, he's open. It'd be a good idea early this season to try and throw one of the best receivers in all of college football, the Rock.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still looking for our 1st score of the game as we start the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Off play action. Finds his man. It's Robinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This feels like 4 down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this 1st punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here come the Lobos to get things going on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Keep it on the ground. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Lane. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Hits inside. It's Humphrey. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket from what's left in this first half. And the Lobos will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Looking deep. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not a lot of room to field this one. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to pass. It's Lane. He's got it. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Miller. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Rush is on, and it's a sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and 1 play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Lobos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Left side, it's Miller. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Just enough time to get off 1 final play of the half. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's going to let this one go deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor. All right,
right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. This defense has set the tone through 2 quarters of football. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they've held it. It's why they'll take a lead into the second half, and it could be why they come away with a big victory. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Lobos will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They'll open the second half with a run. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Just had to get rid of it.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Quick give. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
They'll ride the hot hand. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
It'll be a draw. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
From the gun, the ground game. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses so far have been up for the challenge.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sells to run, looking to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. They're all over him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, but we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Lobos will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Trying to get started. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. In traffic, it's Robinson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Out wide left, it's Robinson. They pull him down, but he's got enough. It'll be a 1st down for this offense.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Out wide right, it's Robinson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Tight end now in motion. Handed to the back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Running inside, it's Chroma. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. And they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
The kick is on its way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. On the ground, it's Humphrey. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Just feeds the running back. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Until that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's Lane. Caught. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down.
What a play by the defense. I'll tell you, every time that guy gets the ball in space, the entire stadium holds their breath because of his game-changing speed. That is an outstanding job of an open field tackle in a 2-minute situation with the lead.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He'll throw it. Finds his back in the middle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their 1st timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to pass on 2nd down. Right side, it's Smith. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Looking for a man. It's Lane. He'll pull it down and run. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody he's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Last chance coming up. He wants a big play here late. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss.